Hey, you're going to have some problems that have to deal with tips, tax, discounts, markups, things of that sort. So here we have a problem in which we are comparing two companies and how much they're going to charge for some equipment, maybe some rock climbing gear or something of the sort. So we have Baxter's Sports is going to charge $187 to produce the item. Then they're going to mark it up by 30%. KT Extreme, it costs them $200 to produce the item. They're going to mark it up by $40. So there's a difference between a percent markup and a dollar markup. So we're trying to identify which company is going to sell it at a cheaper price. So this is not the price that they're selling it at. This is the price that they produce it at. Then they mark it up and sell it so that they can make a profit. So let's go ahead and first we're going to focus on KT Extreme. The reason I say focus there is because that's the easiest one to do. Identifying what the markup price is going to be is easy because you just have $200 to produce and $40 to mark the price up by. So all you're going to do is add that together and that'll give you your total cost. So I'm going to go ahead and make another little column over here and write down the final cost or final price. Okay, so here if I just take my 200 and I add my $40, then the final price for KT Extreme is just going to be $240. $240 for KT Extreme. That was an easy one because again, if it's already written as a dollar markup or a dollar discount, then you're just going to add or subtract depending on what the situation is with the dollar amount. In this case, because it's a mark up, the price has to go up, and the only way that we can increase the price is to add on to the price. So we're adding that 40 onto the 200. For Baxter Sports, that's a little bit different. This one is going to be a percentage markup. So that means what we have to do is we have to take 187 as the whole. So I'm going to write whole here. That's my whole. And then my 30%, that's going to be my percentage. So I'm going to write a little percent sign right behind it. And I'm going to set it up into my percent proportion. So we have our part, which is missing. We need to know what the dollar markup is. That part that's missing is going to represent the dollar amount of my markup, what the dollar version of my markup is going to be, over the whole, which is that $187. And then we're going to set it equal to the percent over 100. So we're going to set it equal to 30% over 100. Okay, then we can go ahead and do our cross product. We can multiply x times 100, which is going to give us that 100x. Then we're going to multiply 187 times 30. So I'll write that down here, 187 times 30, and that's going to give us 5,610. Then we just have to divide both sides by x, by 100 to get x by itself. So when we divide both sides by 100, then we're going to find out that x is going to equal $56.10 for the markup. Now again, once we know the dollar amount of the markup, we can add that onto the price, that whole. So for here, we're going to take $187 and we're going to add what we found for the markup, that $56.10. So when we do 187 plus that $56.10, we're going to find that their markup price is $243.10. So we're comparing $243.10 to $240. We want to know which company has the lower price. So the company with the lower price is going to be that KT Extreme. Okay, so some of you during our practice, you got confused by the idea of a markup. A markup increases price, markdowns decrease price. Okay, let's move on to another problem that was most missed, a type. Dinner costs. So if we have a dinner cost that's $62.50, we have a tip and a tax. When we've got tip and tax, we add those two values together, those two percentages together, and just use it as 1%, just one single percent. And then we need to find the final cost. What is the total amount that we are going to spend? So once we find out how much we're spending on tip and tax as money, then we're going to add it on to the cost of the dinner. Okay, so in order to do so, again, you've got to set it up as part over whole. So X, because X represents the money amount for that tip and that tax. For the tip and the tax, the money amount. We don't know the money amount. We know the percentage, but not the money. The whole is what the cost of the dinner is so far, $62.50. Then we're going to set that equal to the percent. Now remember, our percentage is going to be 20% plus 6%. We're going to add those two percentages together to get 26%. So we're going to put 26% over 100. All right, so now that we have it set up, we're going to do our cross product. We're going to multiply 100 times the x, which will give us that 100 at x. Then we're going to multiply $62.50. So I'm going to write $62.50. We're going to multiply it by 26. When we do that, that's going to give us 1,625. So we get 100x is equal to 1,625. We're not done. Some of you sit there and you stop right there, and that's not finished. You then have to divide by 100. So once you divide it by 100, you're going to get $16.25. Be aware that that will be an answer choice. That would have been an answer choice because they think that you'll stop there. But remember, the question is asking you, what is the final cost? What is the final cost for the dinner? So because we want final cost, we now need to take that $62.50 and we need to add the tax and the tip to it. You add tax and tip. You must add the tax and the tip together, otherwise you're going to get it wrong. And that's going to give us $78.75. Okay? Now, if we look down here at this problem, Lexi wants to spend only $20,000 on a new car, but she ended up spending 30% more. 30% more. So the idea that she spent more than $20,000 means that the price needs to be higher than $20,000. We want to know how much did she actually spend. So we need to set it up as part over whole. This is our whole. This is our percent. We don't know how much more she spent, so what the price increased by. That's the part. So we're going to put X over 20,000, and that's going to be equal to 30% over 100. Okay, again, we don't know how much more she spent. We don't know the price increased by, but we do know what she originally wanted to spend, and then what percentage she went up by. So we're going to go ahead and do our cross product here. We're going to multiply x times 100. That gives us 100x. We're going to multiply 30 times the 60. And that's going to give us 600,000. Then we're going to go ahead and divide both sides by 100. Oops. And so the price is going to increase by 6,000. So that's how much it's going to increase by. So we'll go ahead and write down 6,000 plus the original 20 grand that she was planning on spending. And so the new cost of the car, she spent $26,000 on the car. You need to make sure that you read each of these questions very carefully to know when to add on, when to go ahead and stop. Okay, I've got one more practice problem for you to see. Greg got $150 for Christmas. He goes out to buy 3 books at $10.25 each, a new bag for $45.85, and a wallet for $62.80. Tax is going to be 5%. We want to know how much money will he have left over. So So how much money is he going to have left over from that $150 that he has from Christmas? So the first thing you need to do is you need to figure out what the hole is going to be. So how much did he actually start spending? So we know that he has 3 books at $10.25 each. So that means we're going to take $10.25 and we're going to add $10.25 and we're going to add another $10.25 because he has 3 books. Then he also purchased a new bag for $45.85 and he purchased a wallet at $62.80. So the cost of the whole in this case, it's going to come out to $139.40. If you do this in your calculator, it's not going to put that 0. You have to remember to add that 0 in there at the end. Okay, so it's $139.40 is the entire cost of what he purchased. Now tax is 5%. Tax is going to be 5%. We have to add tax on. So we're going to set it up and figure out how much tax is going to be worth. So we have X over $139.40. That's going to be set equal to 5% over 100. Then we just do the cross product. We're going to multiply 100 times X, which gives us that 100X. We're going to multiply $139.40 times 5, so 139.40. We're going to multiply that by 5, and that's going to come out to 697. Then we're going to go ahead and divide both sides by 100. So we're going to get that X is equal to $6.97. This represents the tax. How much money is going to be for tax? He wants to know how much money is left over. So we first need to figure out how much money did he spend in total. So he spent $139.40 on the items, plus he spent $6.97 on tax. So his total cost, this is going to be his total cost, is going to come out to $146.37. $146.37 is his total cost. We can now take that away from how much he had in his Christmas account. So he had $150 for Christmas. So if we take $150 and subtract what he spent, which was $146.37, that's going to give us his leftover amount. So he's going to have $3.63 left. You have to make sure you're taking your time looking at each part of the question carefully so that you know exactly what it's asking you.